What's up, guys? It's your boy Ill Will getting back at y'all with a quick little overview of the Isotope Nectar plugin. I had a few people sending me PMs asking me to do another video on this plugin, so I thought that I'd do a quick little overview and show you around a little more and show you some of the features and options that you have with this plugin. So let's get started. What we're going to do today is actually just go through the advanced view and show you how the signal chain works here and how you can change the sound of a certain preset when you get to working with it. Alright, so let's click on advanced view. Alright, now what I have here is the EQ is pulled up. Now by over here on your left, it gives you each part of the signal chain, okay? And the ones that the power button here is in yellow or orange, whichever you may see it as, means that it is on. By clicking it, you turn that part of the signal chain off or on. Okay, so let's start our we have a saturation plugin. Now I know y'all hear a lot about using tape saturation or tube saturation in your vocals and everything, and Nectar has actually given you those options. They have a variety of saturation options here. You can go with a analog or retro, tape, tube, and warm. Personally, for hip hop, a lot of times I'll be using either tape or tube. These are two very vintage saturations that I prefer to use on my hip hop vocals. You know, you have the option of trying different ones, so when you play with the plugin, try them out. You can change the range in which you want the saturation to fall. You know, you can go full on all the way through, or you know, a little less. Like if I was to hit the play, you can see by adding saturation to it, it shows you where it's saturating. If I brought it all the way in, it's full saturation. So, you know, different things, different saturations will give you different sounds. You know, it's all in a personal preference thing. That's the great thing about plugins and hardware and things of that nature. You know, you can tweak them to what you like. You know, it's the freedom. So let's go on and start looking over this some more. Now we have the EQ. The EQ, what I'm looking at, this is what you'll see when you first open it, okay? And it'll be at 1x, alright? It'll give you the full range of the plugin. By clicking this here, actually is just the zoom. You can zoom in a little farther to actually do more precise frequency changes. If you use your scroll wheel or on a magic mouse like I'm using, move your finger up and down, you can change the Q of the plugin. By hitting show info, you can actually change it from a high pass shelf to a high shelf, low pass, a bell, whatever you like. You know, it's all up to you, whatever you'd like to do. Alright, now for our next in our signal chain is compressor, which say you like a certain compressor and you might not like the sound of the isotope compressor, so you can actually, you know, turn this off and put your own compressor in your signal chain over here. Alright, so next we have a de-esser, a doubler, limiter, reverb, delay. Now these will change depending on the preset you're using. You know, with the compressor, it's pretty simple. You have your ratio, your attack, release, your threshold meter. You can use auto gain, or you can do the gain yourself. You can choose which kind of compressor you're using: digital, vintage, optical, or solid state. A lot of times you'll see me using a solid state. It's just a preference of mine. You have your RMS switch. You can actually change your signal chain and add a different compressor on the other end. Maybe you want a solid state here and optical here. You know, you want to run it through both of them. you can do that. All right. Your balance between the two will be here, depending on which one you want to run it through more or less. All right. So now let's see. We have the de-esser, which works like a regular de-esser. Same kind of properties as any de-esser. I have a video on de-essers. Y'all definitely should check that out. You have a doubler, which now this gets a little more complicated. You have your options of where you want the vocal to pan off to. Okay. You can move it around, and then you have your pitch, which you can change positions of how you want it to move around. They have an up, down, or nothing feature for each octave if you want them to change octaves. You can do one vocal, two doubles, three doubles, or four doubles, like most doubling plugins do. Turn them on and off. You can pick your delay amount, so on and so forth. Now your limiter works like any limiter. You just have the option of working with it. Now most people, when you're using the Nectar plugin, I know a lot of people are going to use just a preset and say, hey, that's good, that's fine. But if you really want to tweak your sound and make some small adjustments or some huge adjustments to really give you a one-off sound, the advanced view is definitely the way to go. Alright, so I think that's about it for today. I'll be trying to get a few more videos up here for you guys, so if y'all get a chance, definitely hit me up on fatassmixes.com or our social network, which is fatassmixes.com/vanillaforms. Also leave your comments below, rate the videos. It's your boy Ill Will. I'll holla at you.